Hello. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about professional dispositions of professional educators. Certain professions require a high level of moral and ethical behavior. Professions such as physicians, judges, notice I didn't say lawyers, and also I believe teachers. Teachers are crucial to the intellectual and emotional development of the children that they work with on a daily basis. Education has to be a collaborative effort of teachers, administration, parents, youth groups, other community members, all working together toward the common goal. Teachers are not just an independent piece of that development for the 6 to 8 hours a day, fragmented from all the other aspects. It's more of an interwoven kind of fabric between the teachers and all the kind of support people that I had mentioned. So a few of the dispositions that I'll talk about briefly are high expectations, curiosity, fairness, and diversity, because I believe those all kind of correlate together. I believe it's the teacher's responsibility to encourage the high expectations and absolutely believe that all children in the appropriate environment with the appropriate structure and tools can absolutely learn and achieve goals, albeit not all at the same pace, obviously. So by doing that, by challenging their creative curiosity and intellectualism based on a system of fairness and of course appreciation of diversity, cultural awareness and appreciation on those things, will absolutely enhance the child's ability to be creative and will enhance confidence toward the educational process in general. I believe that obviously all kids in the right situation, in the right system, can be a collaborative process and should be collaborative in the learning process. A couple other ones that I wanted to mention, honesty, professionalism, and advocacy, I also think are kind of intertwined. I think one of the most important things to do is speak honestly and directly in an age-appropriate way to the kids that we work with when facing whether it's an educational problem or issue or a real life problem or issue. I think that kids are really good at reading between the lines, sometimes if the lines aren't even intended to be blurry. So I think it's the professional's job to really be straightforward, be honest, and direct with the kids that they work with, and professional. Professionalism starts with, I believe, leading by example. And these are things like punctuality, showing up on time, appropriate dress, following through with engagements and appointments and things like that, of that nature. And obviously the golden rule is another part of that. To treating others how they would want to be treated. We all learned that as a young kid. I believe that's very important. And also the respecting of other people's private property and of school property, and just demonstrating those on a daily basis, those respect and integrity values, I think on a daily basis is very important. So through examination of these dispositions, that's how individuals and professionals, that's how we grow as professionals, and we further develop not only ourselves, but also the profession, and then hopefully have an impact on the students that we work with. So by doing those things and then further self-reflecting on those dispositions from time to time and figuring out where your areas of maybe weakness are and areas of strength are, and constantly working on those, allow us to be the best version of us that we can be. And I believe that's important as we pursue a job in the educational field. I wanted to close then with a quick story of why I am pursuing an education degree, mostly because I want to challenge myself. It's something I've always wanted to do, and a lot in part because of the teachers who have past influenced me. Going through some things the other day, I found this little here. It's titled, you can see it's titled Irish Poets. It's a little project here that I was working on with, you can see here there's some poetry that we wrote, and this has a date of 1991, and this was in a class taught by Mr. Sturm, who was a reading teacher, and allowed us to break out into groups at the end of the day and write poetry and get creative and learn this whole new learning structure of writing. I still see Mr. Sturm from time to time, and I talk with him at the shopping, out shopping or walking through the park, and we stop and we share brief words, and I tell him that I still have some of this stuff and how much he influenced me and my love of writing and things, and it really makes him feel good. And I think that right there is a motivation for me to go ahead and pursue this goal. So thank you very much. I hope you found me insightful, and until next time, thank you.